Hi guys, baby's quiet, so I wanted to do a quick video and hopefully my tripod doesn't fall apart and keep falling over. So if anyone can give me, by the way, tips on like what's going on with my tripod, maybe it's my phone case, but my phone is not staying in the tripod thing. It keeps popping out like all the time. So it's really, really frustrating when I'm trying to make a decent video, which most of my videos suck when it comes to my editing and just the quality. Anyways, so the question that everyone's been asking me all the time is when I'm talking about when you try to cut down your processed carbs and you should avoid that and you should be eating more fresh, natural, clean foods. They're like, I'm still confused. What's a good carb? What's a bad carb? So here we are. We are going to talk about what are good carbs and what are bad carbs. All right. Okay, so my thing fell out, or my phone fell out of my tripod again. So now I have it on my selfie stick and I have it leaning against something. So if anybody could give me tips once again on a better tripod, or maybe I need a different phone case or whatever, but I'm really struggling. So please, anyone that has anything that I could buy or that'll work better, let me know. Okay, so we have good carbs and we have bad carbs, right? And I have little notes so that I do not get scatterbrained. Okay, so if I look down a little bit, please don't think I'm a dummy. So anyway, so we have two different types of carbs. We have the simple carbs, and then we have something called complex carbs, okay? Simple carbs are good. Complex carbs are considered not so good, okay? So when I talk about good carbs, I'm gonna list off some natural foods that you get carbohydrates from, and they're simple, easily to digest and break down carbohydrates, okay? Because everything has carbohydrates in it. It's not like just because if you eat bread, okay? There's carbohydrates in potatoes and in carrots and in apples and in bananas and things like that. There's carbohydrates in everything that you eat, okay? But it's what you choose, what types of carbohydrates you choose to eat that are better for you, okay? Because everyone eats carbs because they break down into, they're used for energy, and then when they're not, they break down into sugars. Okay, so anyways, simple carbs. We have, for example, your potatoes. We have fruits, any type of vegetables. They have carbohydrates in them, and they are simple carbohydrates, okay? Another type of carbohydrate that you can choose that are not those type are whole grains, which I will get into in a little bit too, and I'll list off and show you some whole grains that I have at home, like actually what they look like, okay? So again, simple carbohydrates, easy to break down, they're natural, and they're better for you, okay? So that is some example of simple carbohydrates. Okay, so we went over what simple carbohydrates are, okay? Now, complex carbohydrates, or what we say are typically not so good for you, bad carbohydrates, are your white rice, your white bread, anything really with white flour in it, okay? And these, the reason why these are not good for you is because these actually tend to give you spikes in sugar levels. So like you eat the piece of white bread and you boost up with energy, and then you just crash right down after you break it down. Another example of some complex carbs is you got your sodas, your sugary juices, even like your apple juice or your anything, any sugar sweetened beverages. And they're considered empty calories, and they have little to no nutritional value to them, okay? Which everything you eat, you want it to be nutritional in some way. Obviously, yes, you're gonna have your fun things once in a while, but mostly everything you eat, you wanna consume something that's actually gonna be good for you, and it's gonna help you for your body, for energy, for all types of nutrients that you need to be healthy and feel good and have energy and all that jazz. Okay, and also they have studies that are all of the complex carbs, they are linked to obesity and diabetes, heart disease, all that kind of stuff by eating a high complex carb diet. Okay, so let's go. Now we're gonna go back and we're gonna talk about some simple carbs, and I'm gonna show you what are ones that you can eat that are better for you. Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna show you some examples of some simple carbohydrates, not like your vegetables or like potatoes or anything, because I know what those look like. I want to talk about the whole grains, okay? Because for me before, I was just like, I'm just going to avoid carbs. I'm not going to eat rice. I'm not going to eat pasta. I'm just going to eat my vegetables and my fruits and my meat. And I'm going to avoid all that processed stuff, right? Well, the thing is it is really great to avoid you know, that kind of stuff, but you need to also be eating grains because they actually give you a lot of energy. But what also happens is when you do a lot of clean eating, you can ask someone that eats a clean plant-based diet, are they hungry all the time? And they are, because they're constantly, all that food they're eating is very clean and it's healthy. So it breaks down in your body quicker and you got to eat more. You're hungry more. When if you have something that's more of like a complex carb and you eat pasta, like, you know how you feel lethargic afterwards, or you're full for a long time and you don't really have, you know, it takes longer for your body to digest those complex carbs, hence the word complex. And again, they're not as good for you, because then you're eating less, you're eating bigger meals, right? Or a big thing of pasta, and then you eat less times a day, and your body holds on to those kind of foods, okay? So to give you an idea of what whole grains are, this is the stuff I'm learning all the time. I'm trying to find things that we eat more plant-based foods and grains with smaller portions of meat, like I've been saying in my past videos, okay? So to give you an example, I'm gonna read off the grains that I found online, and a lot of them I actually have tried and I'm using them regularly, okay? And actually I have some videos on YouTube considered like farro and bulgur and things like that. So a list of some whole grains for you. Farro, bulgur, barley, brown rice, which all of you know what that is, oats, or like your oatmeal, okay, oats, millet, we have buckwheat, and then you can choose whole wheat bread, okay? It needs to be 100% whole wheat bread, so you're trying to avoid those preservatives and all that kind of stuff that take a lot of the nutrients out of the bread, but I'll go into that in another video about what all about bread, okay? Another grain, teff, T-E-F-F, quinoa, and then something called amaranth. Some of these I've never tried, okay, but I'm gonna show you what I have in my cupboard right now. This is your bulgur, okay? If you can see it close up, what it looks like. And all of these you can boil just like you would boil rice or pasta. It's really simple. Add a little salt to the water or whatever, and then you boil it like rice or pasta. Simple as that. And you can boil it as long as you want. Like if you like more of a chewy pasta, right? You cook it more al dente, right? Or if you want more of cooked pasta, you cook it longer. It's the same thing with these grains. What's great about the grains is these are less processed, or even some of them are not even processed, okay? But then when you talk about white rice or white pasta, these are highly processed items that have a lot of chemicals, and they do through all these processes. Okay, when this is bulgur, which they take off of I don't even know what it is, but it's more of a natural carbohydrate, and it's a grain. So it's natural, okay? It's not man-made. They do light processing of it, but it's very light, that it's not hurting the nutrients, and it still has all the values the nutritional values that it needs. Okay, so you have red bulgur. I've used this, I made a bulgur bowl, okay, that I just boiled this, and then I sauteed vegetables and seasoning, and I threw a little bit of chicken in it, and there's a bulgur bowl. Really healthy, and I'll tell you, it's been giving me a lot of energy. I've been noticing how I feel eating more of grains, because I was avoiding all types of something called carbs, right, to me, but now I'm learning more, and I'm trying to find out more of healthy ways to eat those carbohydrates. Bulgur. I have farro. I did a farro bowl for you guys. Okay, that's a little more, these are more bigger grains. And once again, you boil them in water, okay? Some people, they'll even just soak them in water, and they make them like into like a salad, like a cold salad, so they're more chewy. Okay, so and this is I get on Amazon. The brand is Roland, and this pearled Italian farro. And the red bulgur I got at Publix. It's on sale. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna try this. Okay, then I have granola. I've been using granola all the time in my parfaits, but the only thing I want to talk to you about is granola. When you buy it at the store, they do stuff to it, okay? But you want to try to find as light sugar as possible. This is Aldi's brand, Live G-Free. I think it's basically, it's gluten-free. It's 6 grams a serving of sugar. You can actually make your own granola at home. You just gotta be careful, because a lot of times you gotta use like a lot of honey and stuff to stick it together, but you can make your own granola. Another I found that is really tasty, it's Purely Elizabeth is the brand. It's really tasty. It is higher in fat, but you gotta stop looking at things as fat, and well, the sugars you should worry about, but the fats, it's good to have good fats. And there's a lot of nuts in this granola, and that's where the fats are coming from. So in moderation, this is a really good option. Purely Elizabeth, and it's banana nut butter grain-free granola. Okay, and then I have my oats. All these oats, quick oats. This is your oatmeal. okay? And once again, a healthy carb. These are grains, okay? All right, so I hope I answered your guys' questions regarding carbohydrates. I had a girlfriend of mine say, what are good carbs? What are bad carbs? I'm so confused. Help me, help me, help me. And I'm like, okay, now I need, and I've been doing more research too, like, because everything that I say sometimes isn't accurate, and I really need to keep learning and growing. I'm constantly watching documentaries to be the most knowledgeable and to put you guys in the right direction and help you out. So I really hope that you guys try these. I know it's not your rice, it's not your pasta. These are just things that you need to change in your diet, little things here and there. But then you're gonna feel full, you're gonna feel energized, you're gonna start feeling different if when you limit those complex carbs. Of course, you're gonna go to a restaurant and you're gonna have some chicken parm or lasagna or a burger or a Big Mac once in a while, just to have fun or whatever. Of course, we all do that. Me and Julian do that. We have our pizza nights every other Friday. But majority of what you eat needs to be this kind of stuff. You will lose weight, you will feel better. Everything from your skin, your hair, your energy levels, your moods, all of that stuff is connected. It's so important. And if you have children, it should be even more important that you are a good representation of healthy living. And if you're heavy or obese and you're lethargic and you have no energy and you do nothing but sit in front of the TV, how do you think your kids are gonna be? They're gonna be the same. They're gonna have no chance in hell to be healthy. So it is important. And if you don't have kids, this is about, you have one body, you have one life, and you should be healthy and feel good. And if you don't know what that feels like, I'll tell you, I was 50 pounds overweight years ago, and I know what feeling like shit feels like. And then when I changed what I ate, everything changed, from my moods, everything, my motivations, how I felt about myself, everything. And of course, yeah, I looked a lot better. Okay, I fit into some nice clothes and I looked pretty damn good in a bikini. Right now, not so much. I got some stuff going on here, but it's because I popped out a freaking 7-pound baby. But I'm working on it. Anyways, so I wish you guys luck. Please ask all the questions. I need content for my blog that I'm writing. The blog is thecleanfork.org. It's in construction, but I have a buddy of mine. He's gonna be a partner in this business with me that is helping me with all of that stuff. He's in web design and everything. Great guy. My YouTube page, I don't have a link like YouTube, The Clean Fork, because I don't have enough subscribers. When I have over 100, then I can actually have a beautiful URL that is the same name as my business, like The Clean Fork. Okay, so go on YouTube, look me up, called The Clean Fork, subscribe, ask questions, help me out. We're all friends here. If I can do anything for you guys, you know I do it. So if you can subscribe and follow me on Instagram as well, that would be so awesome. I would appreciate it very greatly. Thanks for all your time, and I hope I help you guys, and much love, and the baby's still sleeping.